We believe in Tibetan system, the highly accomplished tantric masters, highly accomplished, not just anybody, not any Joe Schmuck, highly accomplished tantric masters. When you trust them and believe in them very much, and you have this open mind about them that you just accept from observation, when they show wrathful action towards you, it purifies tremendous karma. It's better than pujas. It's much, much better than pujas. So what happens is, if we don't cultivate that type of mind, and we choose to hold on to our fears and ego and arrogance, then most of the time the Lama will not show that type of action toward us. Not that the Lama is afraid, but you yourself do not allow change. So therefore, when the Lamas show wrath in Tibet, highly accomplished Lama, not just anybody, is a very, very powerful way to remove the obstacles, remove the problems from us. Hence you have wrathful deities, wrathful energies. So what happened was, also in some cases, it is believed in our Tibetan tradition that if something is going to happen to us that's very negative, the Lama, who's very kind, will do everything he can to avert it. And for him to avert it, he will use methods and apply methods to us that we have to be open to. If we are not open to it and we're always closed and we always have this mind, my Lama can only talk to me a certain way, act with me a certain way, and behave with me a certain way, and therefore I will accept it, then the Lama will do that. The Lama, you have limited his benefit to you. Why? It's like you want vitamin D from the sun, so you need to put yourself in the sun 15 minutes a day, but if you put yourself in a container that's closed and it only has one hole and a little bit of sunlight coming in, you won't get much vitamin D happening over there. So what I mean is, if you restrict the sun's rays, it's very difficult for the sun to help you. So if we have an attitude now that my Lama can only talk to me this way, or act with me this way, or say this to me and do this to me, and if he does any other way, I will run, I will not cooperate, I will not listen, I will not do, then hence the problems we have now. Why? Because in the past we didn't allow our Lama to do anything for us on a higher level. Nothing. So hence we have the problems now. Hence we have problems now, we have problems in the future. So what happens is so what am I supposed to do? I'm supposed to submit to the Lama and therefore I won't have any problems? No. If you have the fortune to be around the Lama, that's one method open to you to eliminate your problems and your negative karma. It's open to you. It's just like a person who studies with the Lama or studies from a book far away. It's an option open to you. So if you have that option, it's to many collected merits. So therefore what we should do is we should take advantage. Why is it that we think about it? Why is it? The little bit of advice that we have listened to from our Lama, the little bit of advice, for many of us, we have gained tremendous benefits. We have told people, oh, I should have listened to my Lama earlier, I should have listened to Rinpoche earlier, I should have listened to Geshe earlier, I should have listened to Lama earlier, I should have listened and then I got this benefit now. So if the few times you've listened to your Lama and you've got this benefit, why don't you listen to your Lama all the time? So if we listened to our Lama in the past and gotten some benefit, some more harmony in our lives, some more acceptance of our problems, overcoming difficulties, maybe overcoming people that we hate, or letting go of some anger, or doing some purification practice, or even averting some disasters for some of us, because we listened to the Lama. Imagine if we totally listen to our Lama all the way. So even if our Lama has proven himself or herself to us in the past, we still have this mind that restricts his help to us now. So we put our Lamas in a box. So every single person in this room put the Lama in a box of how the Lama can talk, act, move, function, then the Lama cannot move at all. Because everybody's version of how a spiritual teacher should and should not do is going to be very different. So what happens is, before you even get anything, you have restricted your Lama's spiritual benefit to you. By what? Your preconceived ideas. So your preconceived ideas of what a Lama can do and cannot do is a very big hamper, especially for students who have already taken refuge. And hence you have questions out there like, why does Rinpoche have hair? It shows you the level of their mind and how it operates. Very, very base. Very, very base. So my point is, what is, if we have listened to our Lamas in the past and we have gotten some benefit, imagine if we had listened to our Lamas all the way. It would have been quite different already now. And in the past, if we have not listened to our lamas all the way, that's after check. I'm not talking about new people who just walk in and say, hey, Rinpoche, I'm going to listen to everything you say. No, no, no. I'm talking about people who's been around for years. Years. New people, they need to check. They need to check, they need to look, they need to observe. That's definitely accepted. Definitely. So my point is for people who's been around. Some people can be new, they trust the Lama instantly. Why? From many lifetimes of having a connection with the Lama. They have a karmic connection very strong. They've met the Lama in a previous life. They've done work with the Lama. They've studied under the Lama, or they've supported the Lama or helped the Lama in the previous life. So in this life, they have this kind of ingrown faith in the Lama. That doesn't mean that they don't have their doubts, they have their ups and downs, but basically more of them will support and help and do things for the Lama than more of them, inside of them, will not. Why? It's karmic past connection. So for some new people, instantly upon faith. In my case, when I met Rinpoche the first time, I instantly accepted whatever Rinpoche said upon sight. From that day until now, I have no doubts about Rinpoche. It's been 20 years. So for me, I've experienced that. I've experienced it. It's not fanaticism. I was in America. I was just a kid growing up. But when I met Rinpoche, instantly I knew. What did I know? I know that this person is my guru. I will study with him. And I will be loyal and follow my guru for the rest of my life. And whatever practices my guru give me, that's it. And I've heard rumors about Rinpoche in the past, just like everywhere. People saying negative things, this and this. It doesn't affect me at all. Why doesn't it affect me at all? I saw Rinpoche with my own eyes, with my own ears, and with my own mind. And I'm more smarter than them. I believe I'm more smarter. Why? 20 years later, 10 years later, I have more results than these people. It may sound like arrogance, but this is what I use. I know more than them because I've studied more than them. So these people who criticize my Lama or say bad things about them, they haven't studied, they're not monks, they're lay people, they don't know anything. So when they say this, I know more. So I don't listen. Why don't I listen? I know more. It's like a med student criticizing a doctor that's been in practice for 20 years. You don't have to listen. So what happens is if our Lama has benefited us and have given us advice and even given other people advice, and we can see a benefit and help them. If we had listened to our Lama's advice from the beginning, many things would have been different. Many things would have been different. Why? The Lama will give us advice in reference to past, present, and our future. The Lama will give us advice based on how we are presently, as a result of our past, meaning due to our past we have ended up like so. And the Lama will give us advice to help us with the present, which will affect our future tremendously. Any real Lama, Lama just is a Tibetan word for teacher, Dharma teacher. Any real Lama, listen very carefully, ladies and gentlemen, any real Lama will not be so concerned about your life now. Any real Lama will be concerned about your death, how you die, and where you take rebirth, because your rebirths in the future will be much more than this life. Any real Lama. Any real Lama that only concentrates on you having a good life now and happy now and things now, they perhaps don't know about the Dharma in depth. Any real Lama will be looking at this picture, not this picture. And any practices they give you may look like it's a temporary remedy for something now, but actually it's to help you long term. Any Lama will, inverted commas, trick you into a practice that you think helps you now, but actually takes you into the future. So you may meet a Lama who gives you a tata. You may meet a Lama that gives you a tata, a Lama Tsongkhapa. Maybe gives you a tata of Setra. This is to give you a signal of what you should do, is to open up something in you. Maybe the Lama hasn't even met you and give you a gift. When the Lama hasn't even met you and give you a gift, the reason the Lama gives you a gift is to hook you in to spiritual practice and to do Dharma practice so you can be happier and transform your mind. The Lama gives gifts for no other reason but to bring some blessing into your life. Even the objects you use when the Lama is giving you, be rest assured that the Lama has chanted, done prayers, and done mantras, and blown on the object and given to you. Why? So that when you touch the object, when you pray, when you use it, it blesses you. How does it bless you? To open up something in you to go deeper with your life. So if a Lama gives you a gift, A, he has to get the sponsorship for it. Lamas don't have money. B, he has to go and buy it and prepare it. C, when he knows about you, he'll actually think very carefully what to give you and to affect you. And when he gives it to you, He actually does prayers. Real Lamas will do prayers and do mantras, sometimes for days, and blow on the object or touch the object and send the energy over. So that when you touch the object, when you receive the object, when you get the object, it will be more than just, oh, I got a gift. Wow, I got a gift. I'm so wonderful. You're like some kind of pageant queen that got your flowers because you won the pageant. But it will be much more. What is that? When you touch it and see it and use it, it will open up something inside of you. There's no other reason any Lama would give gifts. No other reason. No other reason. So therefore, when they do this kind of prayer, they do this kind of motivation, they give it to you. When you touch it, when you use it, it might open up something in this life now. It might open up something a few years later. It might open up something in your future life. Whatever it is, depending on your karma, it is to benefit you. Definitely is to benefit you. So therefore, my point is what? If one has a Lama, one has investigated and checked, and one has confidence and taken refuge and believe, go all the way. Don't do 50-50. You don't go into marriage 50-50. You don't go into business 50-50. You don't eat something 50-50. You go all the way with it. Go all the way. Go all the way and make it work. Even some of us go into marriage or business or whatever, and it gets rocky. We push ourselves and make it smooth. Human determination. So if we can make things smooth for normal things, we should make things smooth for our spiritual practice. And very important to have a Lama, very important to have a teacher. Why is that? It will give you direct experience, direct explanation of experience. Direct. It is more than just study, 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 study.